Today is slope, day 2. Remember, slope is the steepness of a line. This is your welcome work. Hopefully you've already completed it. If you haven't completed it, go back, complete it first, then watch the video. So we're going to plot these points. And remember, when you're plotting points, you're safe if you go this way first. I'm actually making the hand motions right now, but you can't see it because you can't see me, you're only my voice. So you go this way first and then up. So let's start plotting these points. -4, -1. -3, 0. -1, 2. 0, 3. 2, 5. And then I got to draw a line and connect those dots. Of course, I'm a little bit off here. There we go. All right. Is that linear or nonlinear? Well, it's a straight line, so it's linear. I bet you got that right. Great job. Next one, let's plot these points. -2, -4. 0, 3. 2, -2. 4, -1. 6, 0. What's the slope of that line? You can't have slope, right? These don't go together. Do you think at this point was mislabeled? Should this be a -3? I bet it was, because if this point was 0, -3, it would be linear, but it's not linear. No slope, not linear, right? I can't draw a straight line here because of this outlier. All right, number 9, find the slope of the line. This one's already drawn for us. Remember, you got to rise up and run to the door. I'm going to pick where it hits the line exactly, so I'm going to pick that point and that point. Rising up, I'm actually going down, right? How much do I go down when I'm drawing my right triangle? -4. How much do I go over? 2. So the slope is -4, rise over run, and that reduces to -2. Hopefully you didn't get tricked by the last one, but there's your welcome work. All right, grab your notes. You're going to see this slope-intercept form right here all the time. Y equals mx plus b. The m in front of the x is the slope, and the y-intercept is whatever this is. It could also be a negative number. Like in this example down here, it can be negative. Muy importante. All right, make sure you take accurate notes as we're going through it. We're going to cover a lot of stuff in a short period of time. All right, so this formula, y equals mx plus b, it's even color-coded for you, this slope. And this equation right here, y equals -3/4 x minus 5. You just got to fill in the answers. So remember, the letter in front of the x is a slope, so the slope is -3/4. And don't forget that negative sign, the y-intercept. In other words, where the line crosses the y-axis is -5. When I say cheeseburger, press pause and fill out the rest of this chart. Cheeseburger! Hey, welcome back. I'm glad you did it. Easy stuff, right? Did you get 1/2 for this one? Y equals 1/2 x, so that's the m. And there isn't a y-intercept, right? There's no number there. Don't get fooled by that. The next one, there's a 3 in front of the x, so that's the slope. Y-intercept, -9. I'm going to go ahead and move these over so you can check your work. I bet you got all of those correct. How'd you do? Pretty good? If you're still checking, press pause. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on going. All right, now we're getting to the meat of it, right? They give you a line. You've got to figure out the slope, the y-intercept, and an equation. Oh, man. Remember, slope is rise over run. Let's pick some points that are exactly on the line. Exactly, hits the line exactly. We're going to rise up and run to the door. So the slope is 2/1, which equals 2. Where does this line cross the y-axis? Remember, this is the y-axis. This is the y, and this is the x. Where does this line cross there? Well, it looks like it crosses right there to 3. It's kind of blurry. That looks like a 3, right? So the slope is 2. Rise up, run to the door. 2 and the y-intercept is 3, I just need to plug those numbers into that equation. Y equals mx plus b. So y equals slope 2x, b is the y-intercept. Y equals 2x plus 3, and there's my equation. Let's do number 6. Remember to pick points that are right on the line. So I'm going to rise up, which sometimes means go down, right? I'm rising down. And run to the door. So -1, this line drops. You know this slope's negative. Nice, negative. So the slope is -1, rise over run, right? -1/3. It crosses the line right here at -1. Here's where it crosses the line, right? Crosses the line right here. I'll make that dot red where it crosses the line. So I plug my numbers in. Y equals -1/3 x, the slope, plus b, which is -1. Remember that plus b part can be negative. Y equals -1/3 x minus 1. Do these next two, 7 and 8, on your own. When I say cheeseburger, then we'll come back and check them. Cheeseburger! Hey, math fans, welcome back. So when you plotted these points, I'm sure this one kind of threw you, because remember, this is 0 fun. 0 fun. So did that throw you off for a loop? So the slope is 0, right? Well, it does cross the y-axis right here at 2. It crosses the y-axis right there at 2. Right on this point. So it seems like a funny equation, but the y-intercept is 2. So y equals 2. Doesn't matter what x is. Y just equals 2. Let's do another one. We know the slope is nice, negative, right? We're going to start at this point. Now I'm going to go all the way down to this point. 1, 2, 3. Rise up. Run to the door. So I got -3/3. Which equals -1, right? -3 divided by 3 is -1. There's my slope. Where does it cross the y-axis? Well, right here. Right there. But that's where the line crosses the y-axis. That's also -3. So I plug my numbers in. Y equals -1x minus 3. And you could just say y equals -x, but -1x minus 3. All right, let's keep on moving. We got more of these. Press pause when I say cheeseburger. Work through these 6 problems. We'll come back and go through them one by one. Cheeseburger! Hey, welcome back. All right, hopefully you can just continue on. Remember, you got to pick 2 points on the line. Pick 2 points. Rise up and run to the door. Puff, puff, positive. So the M is 1, right? 2 divided by 2. The B, where it crosses the line, 2. So what's my equation? Y equals mx plus b. Y equals m, so just x, 1x, plus b, 2. Great job. How about this one? I'm going to pick a point right here and right here. And I'm going to rise up and run to the door. 1, 2, 3. I rose up 3. I ran to the door, so that's my fraction, 3/1, which equals 3. Where it crosses the y-axis, -1. Plug my numbers in, 3x minus 1. Y equals 3x minus 1. All right. Pick a point here. Pick a point here. Rise up, which is negative, right? Nice, negative. Over 2. So my slope for that line, it's a fraction, -1/2. Where does it cross that y-axis? At 2. Right there, crosses at 2. Plug those numbers into my formula. Y equals 1/2 x plus 2, or -1/2 x plus 2. Y equals -1/2 x plus 2. Here we go. Pick a point. Pick a point. Rise up. Run to the door. 1/4. Takes 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're being accurate. So my slope is 1/4. Where does it cross the y-axis? Right there. So that's -2. My formula is y equals 1/4 x minus 2. This one's going to be true or tricky because it's undefined. Undefined. All right, here we go. Rise up. Run to the door. Oh, I probably should have picked those points first. So already doing it in my head. I go down -2. Nice, negative. Go over 3. So my slope is -2/3. Rise over run. It crosses the y-axis at 1. So my formula is y equals -2/3 x plus 1. -2/3 x plus 1. How many guys got 6 out of 6 on that? Let's see your hands. No, raise your hands up. Throw your hands up. All right. Good job. This is the kind of problem you're going to see a lot of. Just a problem like this is graph the line through each point. They give you a point. -4, 2. I'm going to go over here, pick -4, 2. And they tell you the slope is 3/2, right? Rise over run. So all I did, I started with this point. I went up, rise, 1, 2, 3, and over 2. Is that slope 3/2? And then I drew a straight line with those and just got to pick 2 other points on that line. Well, let me start with this one. -2, 5. Right? -2, 5. That's a point on the line. And I could also pick a point -6, 0. Just for fun, I'll pick another one. How about 0, 8? And I know what you're thinking. That's also where it crosses the y-axis. You're right. That is where it crosses the y-axis. Next one. When I said cheeseburger, figure this one out and then come back. Cheeseburger! Hey, welcome back. So the point they want me to plot is 5, -3. Hopefully you got your point there. And then I got to go, the slope is -3/4, right? 1, 2, 3. Rise up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've plotted my 2 points there because I know my slope. And then I put a straight line in there. If I could draw a straight line, that would probably help. Trying to get it exact for you. So what other points on here? Well, we can start with this one. This point is 8, -6. 8, -6. And your answers may vary a little bit. They don't have to be exact. And this point is 2, 0. And you may have gotten it right. There could, as long as it's on that line, it's a point. You got it right. Let's keep on rolling. Let's do it again. Well, this one right here, they tell you the point is 1, -2. This has 0 slope. 0 fun. 0 fun. So any point that ends in -2, let's pick this point. 4, -2, 7, -2. Those points are on that line, right? 4, -2, 7, -2. I could have picked -5, -2. It has to end in -2, right? There's a point on the line. All those are points on that line. Rate of change, basically slope. You're talking about change in y over change in x. The change in y over the change in x. This is the formula you're kind of using. So all I was doing in these, let's do this one together. I'm going to take this y and subtract that one, right? Change in y, 4 minus 2 over change in x. And I got to start wherever I start, the same starting point. Don't get confused when they're negative numbers, right? -2 minus a -1. Change in y, change in x. And you solve that problem. I got 4 minus 2, -2 minus -1, which gives me 2 over -1, right? 2 plus 1, which equals -2. Press pause. Oh, we'll do another one. We'll do one more together. All right, this one, change in y, so I'm subtracting these two, and then over subtracting these two, right? 0 minus 2 is -2. -2 minus 2 is -4. Negative 2 divided by negative 4 is positive. Negative by negative is a positive. Press pause when I say cheeseburger and do those last two. Cheeseburger! Hey, welcome back. Glad you're sticking with it. I bet you're getting all these right. Did you subtract them? Did you subtract this one minus this one and this one minus this one? You get 4. Negative 4 minus 0 is negative 4. Negative 2 minus 0, negative 2. Reduce that fraction, I get 2. Great job. I bet you got that right. Let's do another one. You should already have it done. I got negative 5. So I took this number minus this number and this number minus this number. Negative 5 minus negative 7 minus negative 5 and negative 5 minus negative 3. So I subtract this from that. I subtracted this from that. I get negative 2 over negative 2 equals 1. Find the rate of change. In other words, find slope. I'll say cheeseburger, do these 4, then I'll give you the answer is cheeseburger. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm glad you're getting through all these examples. Doing these examples is what helps you understand math. Now these are kind of laid out on top of each other, right? So you got to kind of, don't get caught in there. Subtract this from this. Subtract this from this. You're in money. 4 minus 3. Negative 6 minus negative 4. I reduce that. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. My fraction is negative 1/2. Good job. Same with this one. I got 6 minus 1 over negative 4 minus 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. Negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. My answer is negative 1. Here's the final two answers, right? I'm subtracting the y's over subtracting the x's. Changing y, changing x. Negative 2 over negative 4, which reduces to 1/2. Well, let's do this one. Y's over x's, right? I'm subtracting these problems. 2 minus 2 is 0. I went this way. 2 minus 2. I know it's confusing because of the 2's. And then 0 minus negative 2. Looks like I made a mistake. Did I? No. 2 minus 2 is 0. Oh, I thought I made a mistake. This should be negative 2. This should actually be positive 2 on the bottom because I'm subtracting a negative 2. Either way, you get 0. Answer's right. Process is wrong. You caught me. You caught me. I missed that one. This is the end. Thanks, math fans. You got some IXL, some homework. Let's knock it out. Have a wonderful day.